All right, so coming back from the Arnold Classic, had a really good time. Ran into a question from a guy named Joe who wants to know what is the secret to building muscle fast. And Joe, there really is no secret to building muscle fast. I mean, building muscle as quickly as possible has to do with time, hard work, and consistency. But notwithstanding, let me give you a couple of ideas that you can implement to make your workouts more efficient. And when you make your workouts more efficient, you can build muscle in the shortest time possible. The first idea is to up the frequency of training your muscle groups. There's research out there that suggests that having workouts that are more frequent will elicit more muscle growth. So for example, instead of working a muscle group once a week, train them twice a week, and you will stimulate more muscle growth that way. Of course, this all depends on your experience and your age and other factors like that. So, but this is something that you can experiment with, is to up the frequency as to the amount of times that you work out a particular muscle group in a week. The second one is to try not to change up your routine so much and keep track of your overload. Now, we know that in order to stimulate muscle growth, you need progressive overload, meaning that the load that you lift or the load that you perform in each workout should be increasing, and this is how muscle growth happens. The problem is that there's a lot of people who change up their workouts constantly, and they think that they're keeping track of that in their heads because they feel stronger. But in reality, you should be keeping track of how many reps you perform at a particular weight and how many sets you perform. And you should be keeping a detailed record of those things on a weekly basis to make sure that that's increasing on a weekly basis. You see all these old-time bodybuilders, these bodybuilders that have been doing it for years, they're still doing the same exercises. I mean, they're still doing the bench press, they're still doing deadlifts, they don't change up their routines so much. They do a lot of stuff, but I think that for especially for older guys like you and me, we don't need to change things up very often. What we need to do is grab those exercises that are most effective and make sure that we are progressively overloading those exercises on a weekly basis to build more muscle. Hope this helps.